Sabrina Carpenter's future, Sabrina Carpenter's future, Sabrina Carpenter's future, Sabrina Carpenter's future. Let's have a look. Sabrina Carpenter's future. Holy guacamole, that card flew on the floor. Oh, the Seven of Swords. Okay, so that's sneakiness. That's victory at all cost as well. Two of Pentacles, which is financial and career, and trying to balance that, but also trying to balance the I would say that's career and like the public as well, just because Pentacles to me is your career and her career is very public, so I'm just mentioning the public as well. So balancing that kind of public. What is this? The Four of Swords. I think, okay, so there's a lot of swords and there's two out of the three. I'll just mention them now. 1 and 2. So technically swords talk about communication, which would make sense as an artist and doing singing as her career. But swords talk about our mind, our intellect, communication, and being kind of direct in a way is the word I'm thinking of. And with this Seven of Swords, it does talk about sneakiness and victory at all costs. With the Two of Pentacles, it talks about balancing, but also trying to balance between two things. And then the Four of Swords is healing. So we'll get more into this. Three of Pentacles, which would make sense, that's career. The Hermit is isolation. Death and the Magician. Okay, so I think there's going to be a change in the way she communicates, because Death talks about change and the Magician talks about communication and having everything where we want. So this could talk about something not going the way she wants when it comes to her album. But the Hermit's like isolation and realizing like why we've come to this point. So her new album could definitely be like spirit. It could be spiritual, like I'm not gonna lie, like the Hermit can talk about spirituality. Okay, let's have a look at her new album. Cards for Sabrina Carpenter's new album. What's her new album going to be like? What's her new album going to be like? Okay, Four of Wands is commitment, so it could hint to commitments like career commitments. We'll have a little bit more look at it when we get more cards. Home and family life. It can talk about the commitments. You know how like I'm just taking inspiration off the photo she posted on Instagram, but it could talk about like in the olden days, you know, how they were like committed and like how they had the happy family life. Like it could definitely hint to that. Like that's kind of what I'm bringing up. Like, yeah. What is Sabrina Carpenter's new album going to be like? What's Sabrina Carpenter's new album going to be like? The Three of Wands. It's kind of like the husband that's not home kind of energy. Like that's the kind of vibe it's giving, because the Three of Wands tells me like looking forward towards the future. It's looking forward towards the expansion of what's to come, and it's maybe hinting to in this album like the future of that kind of expansion that's to come and the commitments. Oh, my voice is cracking. Okay, the commitments that we have to endure in the future. Like say like, oh, when we grow up, we're expected to have a family, we're expected to have a house. That's kind of the energy it could definitely hint to. And 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 of Wands is like how we have to stand up for ourselves as well, because I'm counting the ones all together. How we have to stand up for ourselves while we have these commitments. And the one talks about creativity, so this could definitely be hinted in her music video and her creativity as well, just because one talks about creativity and this talks about the speed of how things pick up. I think her music video might do really well, but we'll definitely check out what her album's like. Cards for Sabrina Carpenter's new album. Cards for Sabrina Carpenter's new album. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's like the things that are out of our hands when it comes to commitments and how we have to look forward to the future. And it's kind of like, how do we find that independence? Oh my god, I was about to say independence, and the queen, not the queen, the Nine of Pentacles rocked up. So it's kind of like how we are codependent on other people and how we shouldn't like self-sabotage the kind of we shouldn't self-sabotage our own kind of selves for other people. And I feel like it's going to hint to that, and it talks about, it could even hint to like, because Pentacles once again, and we have the Four of Wands, talks about family, so it definitely could hint to that. Okay, so, and we have Death and the Magician, which talks about an end to an ending, and the Magician can talk about like online things, so we'll see. But cards for Sabrina Carpenter's new Carpenter's new album. What's the lyrics going to be like in Sabrina Carpenter's new album? Sabrina Carpenter's new album. What's the lyrics gonna be like? Yeah, definitely like I'm definitely getting that vibe, like the past, like definitely how people were like treated in the past. Like it's gonna be like themes around the past, and like, which makes sense with like the photo she posted with the people in the tuxedos. Like that definitely makes sense and could definitely hint to that. But like there could also be like a young actor as well being starred in the video, but we'll see. Cards for Sabrina. Yeah, this is just like releasing and letting go of grudges as well, because the Four of Pentacles can talk about that. So there could be a hint of like a grudge as well being involved. Maybe with a feminine energy. We'll get into this. Okay. What's Sabrina Carpenter's lyrics going to be like in the new song? What's Sabrina Carpenter's lyrics going to be like in the new song? There could be a line that she brings up from the past in another song. I could definitely read that as a Six of Cups. Like, I'm taking inspiration from a song I've already written, and I'm gonna bring that lyric into this new song. So it could be a twist on like the album she's already recorded. Okay, cards for Sabrina Carpenter's new song. Like, what's the lyrics going to be like? What's the lyrics going to be like in Sabrina Carpenter's new song? What's the lyrics going to be like? Temperance. Temperance is balancing, it's healing. The Six of Wands tells me about in not being successful, and this is, look, partnerships and releasing the burden around our partnerships and how they're unsuccessful and how we heal from them is technically what the lyrics are going to be dealt with. And how the Lovers talks about Gemini energy, and every time I talk about Gemini, I always tell the story of Gemini. Two people pursue love, and then two other people pursue love, but the love is the same two people, and then one of the twins dies in the pursuit of love, and so this twin has to go through the heavens, the underworld, and all that kind of stuff just to go see this other twin. So once again, there's two people, the twins, these are the twins, there's two other people, and there's two people in the middle, and one of the twins pursues one of the people, and the other person on the other side pursues that one and kills one of the twins to get this person. So it can talk about that. So I wouldn't be surprised if like her inspiration from the other videos are appearing with like, which makes sense because in her video she's like, I'm gonna kill these men. And I feel like she's gonna definitely keep that going in this new video, because it could definitely hint to that, because death does talk about, well, death, and this is like the Magician, which is like her creativity, having everything I want. So it might be like the full circle of like how the deaths all come together. So she might even just rock up into like a funeral, not like a funeral, like a graveyard maybe. Like, you know how Taylor Swift was like in that graveyard? I'm pretty sure from memory, like, don't come for me. Like, it could definitely be like a full circle moment, like she's in a graveyard. Like, I'm just pulling ideas out and examples out, but definitely could be that. And with the way, it could be swords and fire. And we do have a little bit of cups. So it might be like a segment, is that the correct word? Like a clip in the video where it's like all of them appear, like the drowning, and then like the fire, and then like it's gonna be like interesting, I reckon. I wouldn't be surprised if someone also, because the Lovers talks about partnerships, and this talks about in success, and this talks about releasing a burden, and this is like a balancing and like patience card. So I wouldn't be surprised if the person she was working with on this album, it took them, I think she's working with someone on this album, it took her some time to almost have this person on her album, but it's the 10 of Wands reverse tells me it's like a releasing of a burden. Like it's a new start to release the way that her album was before. But yeah, that's definitely the reading. I feel like there's a couple more cards that want to come out, so let's read them. Looking forward to trust, and yeah, it's very much like, who do you trust? Who do you trust, and how do we move on from that without causing conflict? Like, how do I gain the trust of others? That could even be her like community, and how do like community, like her fandom, and how do we move on from conflict without, how do we not cause conflict? Yeah, but that is the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Blessings. Stay a baddie.